Flipping a duplex is not for the faint of heart. But if you do it right, it can be way more profitable than flipping a single-family home. I used to focus only on single-family homes because I didn't want to have to deal with tenants, and I thought duplexes were harder to sell. Until I bought this one. Actually, I bought 4 of these as a bundle, and this process really opened my eyes. I'm going to walk you through it to show you the work we did. Spoiler alert, it was crazy little amount of work. I'll break down all the numbers and explain to you why I'm such a firm believer in flipping multifamily properties now. Let's start from the exterior. So now we're in front of this 2-bedroom unit, and this is a parking space for this 2-bedroom. And then the other door is to a 3-bedroom unit that has a carport that can park 2 cars. Normally, I would spend some money on landscaping, but because our target buyers here are investors and they're going to rent the place out, and we don't usually expect tenants to take care of landscaping like new grass. So I just kept this hedge that gives the house some privacy, and then there's some grass that's not in perfect condition, but we didn't even touch it. All we did was cleaning up to make it look presentable and welcoming. And then I normally would probably replace this railings because it's not the prettiest thing, but here we just kept it to really keep our budget down. You can see that I did similar work on the other unit as well. We just filled in the cracks on the carport and then repainted the exterior of this home. It used to be this gray-green color that was very depressing, and we give it a fresh coat of paint of a much lighter kind of cream color with dark trim that pops, and also 2 beautiful blue doors. The biggest ticket item on the exterior of this home was the roof. It was at the end of its life, so we replaced it, and that was the big chunk of the total renovation budget. Let me show you the 2-bedroom first. I normally would put in a lot of recessed lights, but we didn't do it here. We just used some table lamps from staging. Also, we didn't really replace the flooring, even though we have hardwood floors in the living room and vinyl floors in the kitchen area. For a single-family home flip, I would probably replace the vinyl floors and use hardwood floors throughout. But here, because we're going to have tenants and in the kitchen there may be water getting on the floors, so using hardwood floors can actually be risky. And inside the living room, we repainted the interior, and that was pretty much the extent of the work. There is a wall heater here that for a single family flip, I normally replace these with central heating, but here we didn't even bother to do that because that would be a big expense that we probably wouldn't get the return back. So this dining area is pretty tight, and because of that, we didn't want to add any chandelier to make it feel even more cramped. So we just use a very low profile light that illuminates the space and still flush to the ceiling. And then the kitchen is where we did the most amount of work because the cabinets were old and appliances were really dated as well. So we gutted everything and put in new shaker style cabinets, quartz countertops, and also some new appliances. I think this fridge was old. So the reason we updated the kitchen is because it was really dated and it was kind of falling apart. If it was still in reasonable condition, we could have painted it. So that's what we did on the 3-bedroom unit, which I'm going to show you later. The work here makes this space feel a lot more roomy, and it's also pretty bright and it looks bigger than it used to. we also have a laundry hookup here where you can have stackable laundry inside the kitchen because the unit is pretty small. So this is the only space where you can fit the laundry in. This kitchen renovation cost $15,000. And because this was my first duplex flip, I was nervous and I had to be cautious with the numbers. So I plug all the numbers into my deal analyzer, including this kitchen renovation cost. So I can make sure that the numbers make sense. If you want to use my deal analyzer, make sure you go to the link in description below and grab it. This is the only bathroom in this unit. We just kept the light fixture, mirror, and vanity because they're still in pretty good condition. We replaced the toilet and also reglazed the tiles around the shower and the tub because these tiles are still in pretty good shape. Normally, again, for a single family flip, I would replace everything and put in new tub and new tiles, but because this will be a rental and this is already pretty good condition, so we just kept it as is. This is the first bedroom and we really didn't do much in here either. We kept the light fixture, we repainted the interior, kept the flooring, and we may have replaced the closet door because the old closet door was broken. But this tells you that for a rental, you really can keep the scope of work very light. This is the smaller bedroom of the two, and it was similar scope of work, repainting the interior and just cleaning up. I think the staging really makes a big difference because when I came here for the first time, the tenant was still here and there was a lot of stuff. It was very cramped and very busy. But now, because we have it professionally staged, it feels really cute and roomier than it was. I just showed you the 2-bedroom unit and the whole cleanup and renovation cost about $40,000. You might be thinking, oh, this is so cheap and so simple, but that's not all it was. There was actually a challenging part, which was dealing with the tenants, because these units were occupied by tenants before, and before we could do any work and any renovation, we had to get the tenants out. And to do that, I had to hire an attorney and go through the legal steps so that we could evict the tenants lawfully. And the attorney cost about $2,500 for each unit. And then we also paid about $5,000 to the tenants per unit. And these are the costs that you don't usually incur on a single family flip. But let's walk through the 3-bedroom unit to show you the work we did here, because the kitchen in this unit was actually in a much better condition, so we did even less work in here. This living room had a pretty simple scope of work that's similar to the other unit. We just kept this ceiling fan because it's in good shape, and we repainted the interior, kept this wall heater and also the hardwood floors. We really probably spent only a few $100s in this living room, which is so different from my normal flips. Because you have to deal with tenants and attorneys, a lot of investors don't want to touch these multifamily properties, and that creates less competition on the demand side. On the supply side, a lot of the landlords probably get tired year after year for dealing with tenants, and many properties have been mismanaged. So this creates more opportunities on the supply side. That's why multifamily properties is actually a really good space for investors to get into in terms of house flipping. The dining room in this unit is of a bigger size, but we didn't really do much work to it. And then we come to this kitchen. It was a pleasant surprise to me because these cabinets were probably put in 10, 20 years ago, and they are in really good condition. So we just painted them, didn't even replace the door handles, and we kept the sink, the faucet, and all the appliances. I normally wouldn't tolerate white appliances in a single family flip, but here they work perfectly fine because it will be a rental. For a regular single family home kitchen renovation of this size, I would spend about $20,000. But because we only painted the cabinets here, I spent about $2,000 on this whole kitchen, which is a big saving. And that's what you can expect on multifamily property renovations, because you're renovating to rent the property out. You're not renovating for end buyers to move into the property. This first bedroom was pretty simple. We kept the interior doors and the ceiling fan and also the flooring, and we only had to repaint the interior. So this brings up my next point. Multifamily property flipping is more predictable than single family flipping because the numbers, the final sale price is based on how much this property can be rented for. And that gives you the predictability versus a single family home that's more based on the buyer's preference. So on a single family home, if we kept the ceiling fan, some buyers may not like it. If we don't have enough lighting in here without recessed lights, the buyers may not like it. But on a multifamily property, we don't have to worry about that, because if this unit can be rented for a certain dollar amount, then the buyers would be willing to pay for a certain price. In this only bathroom in the unit, we have a pretty nice vanity. It's of a similar style of what I usually choose, so we happily kept it. And I also kept the medicine cabinet and the light fixture. We usually wouldn't use these style in a single family renovation, but here they do the job. And for the shower, we have a one-piece shower enclosure, which is a little more traditional than what I would have liked, but we just reglazed it to make it look new without replacing everything, and it's a big cost saver. The second bedroom had a similar scope of work, and it didn't cost much. I realized that multifamily properties a lot of times are actually priced lower than single-family homes of the same size, at least in the Bay Area. And a buyer, if they are priced out of the single-family homes in a neighborhood, they may start considering buying a multifamily property instead, because they can spend less and still stay in an area. And that gives multifamily properties more upside. And that's another reason why this type of investing starts to grow on me. This is the third bedroom in this unit, and it's staged as a very cute girl's room. And hey, there's a little dinosaur hiding under the blanket. Because this unit has 3 bedrooms, it actually gives buyers a good opportunity to do house hacking. If you don't know what house hacking means, it means that if you buy a multi-unit property, you can live in one unit yourself and rent out the other unit. So a buyer who buys this duplex can live in this 3-bedroom unit themselves and rent out the 2-bedroom unit right next door, which can generate income for them and help them pay down the mortgage. And this is an edge over a single-family home of the same size. In this backyard, we really didn't do that much because it's already private and pretty serene. To break down the numbers, I purchased this duplex for about $1.1 million, and the whole renovation cost about $80,000, including both units. And we spent about $5,000 on attorney fees and about $10,000 to buy out the tenants. And we finally sold this property for about $1.7 million, which is about 10% more than what I initially estimated. So it makes it a home run with very little work. Now that you've seen how we flipped this duplex, I want to show you my easiest flip ever, and I'll see you there.